I go solo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey everybody, my name's Lewis. I'm the CEO of MarketerMagic, and I'm very excited to be presenting this live tonight because as a manager of the software business, I never get to be in front of the camera like this, and so it's very exciting. Normally I'm at the back end shouting at developers or receiving complaints, but tonight I get to share some value about MarketerMagic, and I'm going to be doing it in a special way. I've got a guest tonight, and his name is Shane. So welcome, Shane.
How you doing? It's good to be here.
Shane has been on our show once before, and we look to bring in Shane. I'm not going to insult you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm good.
We look to bring in regular people with no special anything, just regular people making money from MarketerMagic and how they do it and what they use MarketerMagic for, the tools that they kind of use. And it's different because it's a little bit like we as a software company create a musical instrument, and then it's up to people to kind of do all this cool stuff with it. It's not up to us to tell them what to play, And so one of the people that does the coolest stuff is Shane. So do you want to just give us an introduction, Shane, and then I'll set out some ground rules for how tonight will work.
Yeah. So basically what I do, I've been doing digital marketing for quite some time, but as you said, I started out just like everybody else from the ground floor. And honestly, I really wish I would have had a tool like this when I started out, because but when I did, I do SEO, I do chat bots, and I do Facebook ads, and then I do click funnels and build stuff, as far as that goes. So basically I use this tool in many different facets, right? In email marketing and with chat bots especially, but deep linking and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many different facets of this tool. Actually, when I first got it, and this is the truth be told, is I had actually like 4 different softwares I was paying for probably $69 a piece for, some of them maybe $49 a piece for. And I switched over to MarketerMagic and, started using that. And it actually saved me like close to $500 a month from everything I was doing. And so that it was no problem for me just to go ahead and get the full-fledged 1-year plan, because of the simple fact of how much it actually saved me that very first month. And but just using this alone, the value of it, you can understand your analytics, you can understand how you're using it, you don't miss customers where you think you can be so engaging with this process that it really adds that extra little bit that nobody else has, that you really can separate yourself from the pack. And
so let me come in and I'll share with you, but I'll share with everyone watching that Kevin David had exactly that same problem that you had. He was paying many hundreds of dollars a month for all these tools that he needed for his business, and so he literally came to us as a software company, and we're very close with Kevin. And he gave us a shopping list, and he said, look, I need to do this, and I need to have this in my life, and I need to be able to do this. And he described exactly what he wants and what he uses and he does use.
Right.
And that's kind of how MarketerMagic was born. But before we greet some people, let me bring some of the rules of how tonight will work. So okay, so guys, with these lives that we do them every week. We do MarketerMagic at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time every single week, right? In fact, the guys that normally do it are not here tonight, and that's why I'm doing it, because we do it every week. We also do Amazon FBA lives on a Wednesday at 5:30, and we do Shopify and drop shipping on a Thursday. But if we're giving away Kevin David's book, his best-selling book, that he's just recently launched. And the way to get that book is you've got to drop a like to the live that you're watching. And you've got to type in either live or replay, because we'll be replaying this on YouTube, whatever. And you're going to ask a question and engage in the chat. And then at the end of all that, we come through and we pull who from that has engaged or asked a question, and you're in the draw to win Kevin David's book. Okay. Let's just greet some of our guests. Yeah, we've got Patience Joseph saying okay. We've got Yusuf Saleh saying, how many hours till Kevin goes live? Well, we're live. We've got Alexis saying hi. Hey, Alexis. I'm going to ignore all the comments from Rory, because he said he's on an away trip. So there's Heman Katakar saying hi. We've got Anita saying hi. There's Tracy. Tracy's going to be one of our guests coming soon, doing very similar things to Shane, and she brings an excellent energy and vibe to the group. So well done, Tracy. She's in Essex in the UK. We've got Juliana. Hey, Juliana. VJ. So guys, what I'm wanting you to do, because we're going to start sharing some information, is you're gonna put us some questions. You can either put general Marketer Magic questions to us as the software team, or you can put questions to Shane, who's going to be dropping value bombs by the bucket load here. So let me just say hi to everyone else. John Gibbons saying hi from Darlington in the UK. John, I'm in the UK. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, freezing cold. JC saying hi. Okay. Should we do a little demo, Shane? Do you want to just give us maybe an overview of how you extracting value out of Marketer Magic?
Yeah. So you mentioned Kevin brought this up, and Kevin, it's kind of good that you brought that up, right? Because I met Kevin at an event in 2018, and for the very first time, I mean, he was probably one of the most humble people I've met, but he's taught me so much along the way of learning and doing marketing that it's been, this is where I got introduced to this, like many of us, right? Like many of us on our journey, we get introduced to certain softwares, we get introduced to different people and different things. And I will say 100% tried and true for anybody that does and really does want something of value. If you enter in, you hit that like, and you hit that, and you start asking questions, you start engaging, I guarantee you what you're going to get from the end of it. I guarantee you it's worth it, because everything I've got from Kevin is 100% value. I just wanted to lead with that, because I know a lot of people, are here that do support Kevin. But if anybody's on the fence, hey, look, this man, 100%, I've met him person to person. Actually going to talk to him next week when we go to FHL Live. But let's go ahead and get started straight into what I want to actually present you and show you how I use this inside of my business. Okay, so if you want to, you can bring up my screen, and I'll go ahead and actually start showing that. It's really, really interesting.
Solo on.
Yeah. So now you should be able to see my screen right now, where this should be mini chat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Now in MarketerMagic, there's several different things. Like I use several different things inside of MarketerMagic. One of the major key components to my business and what I do that's very, very interesting is deep links. Now, for those that don't know what a deep link is, I'll explain it to you really, really quick. Okay, so anytime, think about it like this. Think about if you have an iOS phone or an Android phone, right here, either an Apple or Android. Most of us are 50-50. Some of us, prefer one or the other. That's just the way of the world. You still have the apps you have to have, right, in your app store, right? Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, and again, Messenger, right? So how this works is if you create a link, and I want you to understand too, when you do this, when you actually go through this process, that when you use these links, say for instance, if you did not use a deep link, you would probably lose half of your traffic, and you don't even know you're losing half of your traffic. Let's just say, for instance, I wanted to create like a growth tool right here. I just wanted to create a growth tool, and I just came in, and I'm just going to make one real quick. Now, I'm going to pick a flow. I'm just going to pick something that I just made the other day. It would be interesting.
Shane, I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but
yeah,
you look extremely skilled at creating bots.
Well, I do I do a lot of I've done marketing. Like I said, I did automation. I have an engineering background, so I did automation. I got out of automation and started getting in marketing. And honestly, Kevin is the one who introduced me to bots. So Kevin introduced me to that when I first met him, and I've actually latched on to that and actually run my own agency now. And I actually teach people how to start their bot agencies and how to actually not even start their own bot agencies if they want to, just integrate it into their business and be successful. I've done that for quite some time, probably over a year now. Have a lot of successful people come out of that. Actually offer a free course right now for people that want to get started, like completely bootstrap, because I know what it's like to start from scratch.
Yep.
So I want to give to people in that atmosphere. So let's just say
we support Shane, and he gives a lot of value with that bot training that he gives. So there's a link that I've shared on the screen for Shane's course, but I'll show that again at the end. So yes, go on, show us your impressive bots.
Yeah. So, and that just for everybody that knows, that's a free 6-day. I mean, it's 100%. There's probably like 4 to 6 hours of content there that completely free for everybody. That it's been asked for on my YouTube channel quite a bit. So I just made something structured so that everybody would have something. So I hope you guys enjoy that. But so if I'm making
I'll share that again at the end.
Cool. So I'm making, like I say, I make a ref URL real quick. I'll just make that and save it. Now you see this little link right here, right? It gives you a link, and it's pretty nasty looking. If you shared that anywhere on social media, for one, it would be kind of deterring, right? It wouldn't really get the atmosphere that you would want to get. People wouldn't want to click it. I know myself, I wouldn't want to click it. So
yeah,
let me just show you this though. Now we were talking about deep links and how you're going to lose half of your traffic. Now, unbeknownst to most of us that never have gotten in this industry, that if we come in here and put that in there, you see how it instantly detects what type of link it is, what type of app it is going to, which means when the person clicks the link, if I make this link and you click that link on your phone, because generally that's where you're going to lose your traffic, right? You click the link on your phone, you're going to lose that actual person unless you're using a deep link. If you're using a deep link, it automatically opens that app and you can go from there. Now for this instance, I can say test, we'll just say test broadcast. So if I make a link right here with MarketerMagic, right? This is just like any link shortener, like literally if you've used Bitly, if you use anywhere like that, this is like, I compare this to any other link shortener. Like literally, this is like tenfold of that, because you can do much, much more than that. But the deep link alone, just a deep link alone, is worth its weight in gold. And why do I say that? Because 90% of traffic is on mobile, and mobile when we're all on our mobile, if you're actually sharing links and you're doing something on social media or on a website or on anything, if they're clicking a link and it's not opening their app, you're losing that traffic. So all I have to do is share this link right here.
I don't have my Facebook password on my mobile, Safari.
Yep.
It has to go through the app. If it can't, I have to drop it.
And a lot of people are like that. So a lot of people lose that traffic. You'll lose. My son just got home, but you'll lose that atmosphere, right? So you'll actually lose all that traffic that you would have gotten. So you'll lose that traffic that you've gotten. When it comes down to it, you see I have a lot of these that I use. I mean, I have over probably 4 or 5 pages worth of links here that I've used just on deep links alone. And here's another cool factor. I want to show you this. A lot of people are not aware of this. You know how it said right here that it's good for YouTube? Well, the same thing applies for YouTube. 90% of people are watching YouTube on their phone. So what if we opened up one of my videos right here? Now, I have the audio cut down so you can't hear it, but what if I wanted to share this with somebody? Right? So I could share that link, but again, look at that link. And then even if I shared it on a mobile, let's just say, for instance, right there, it detects right then that it is a YouTube app, right? So again, if I made that link, it's going to automatically open up the app in that person's phone, and there is no conductivity lose. There literally is no traffic loss. So when you're sharing that, you get all the benefit from that. So I'm not actually going to link that, make that link, but I want to show you how a couple more links right here, right? So I use the regular link shorter quite a bit, and I actually go through and do that. I use this with, like I say, with a lot of what I do in my business. Like I have over what 70.
Do you make it like a habit? Do you like every time you feel you're writing out a URL that you kind of go, okay, now let me just create a shortened link?
Well, here's another key thing too. Yes, I actually make a lot of just about everything I do. I make link shorteners, right? And can you get him? I'm sorry, my son just got home. He's walking around. I have a 1-year-old that just got home.
Family friendly business. I don't think there's anybody in e-commerce who doesn't work from home. So that's all good.
So here's the thing too. I make a link for just about everything that I'm doing. And not only that, what I do also is, like, say for instance, I have a podcast, right? So let me show you this. So like, let's just say I think it's Podbean user login. Now, if I wanted to actually come in and share one of my podcasts, now I can go to my podcast and open up one of these. Now, if I go to share one of these, now, if I look at this link again.
Yeah.
Now, I'll show you an example of this. This is the last podcast that I did. See this podcast? Now, I can copy that link, go straight into Twitter, for instance, and then actually share that in Twitter. And obviously Twitter is one of those ones that is very, very much, one of those apps that definitely you can't have too many characters in, right? So I could sit here and say something like, listen right here, and then talk about what the title is. I can easily grab my title out of my right here. I can just grab the title and just pop it in here and literally make a post right now, and then throw in a hashtag or two, something like mindset or something, just to kind of get, and then just post it, and it's up and ready. You see how easy that was to just, literally I made that the other day, but you see how easy, and that's I'm using a podcast, I'm using YouTube, I'm using, I'm using, messenger bots and stuff like that for this. So, and then that's even talking about just the linking feature alone, right? That's talking about Mini-Me alone. And that's talking about the link tree. They have the link tree, which you can do many, many different things with. but deep links alone are worth their weight in gold. I can guarantee that. Retargeting links is another thing you can do to help your Facebook pixel. Anybody that does Facebook advertising, if you do not actually do retargeting links, like as in like you are literally going to share something, it could be your content, it could be anybody else's content. You can share that content, put your pixel on it, and have it fire that your pixel and get kind of grow an audience off somebody else's content. You don't even necessarily have to make your own content, which a lot of people think that you have to. But again, you don't have to with this actual software. It's a great feature for those people that, like for me, I was an introvert for a long period of time. So I didn't want to actually make my own content. Now we all know, I mean, well, if you don't know me, but for those that do know me, I have a YouTube channel that, you know, I'm on all the time, but it took a long time for me to get there. And I'm sure a lot of people don't want to go through that, but you can share content. You can share URLs from like websites. You can share anything that you feel like. This, for instance, is a YouTube video that I was given. This is my podcast again. I was giving away a e-commerce chatbot, e-commerce template. I mean, I'm giving away a whole bunch of stuff here, but I'm retargeting this with a pixel, right? And it's so easy. You can add your pixel. See, I did this for a CBD company. A lot of people say it's hard to market CBD, right? Again, that goes to grow that pixel. You can do that. You can do so that you can add your pixels in here and actually grow your Facebook audience based upon that. Really, really cool feature for that as far as retargeting. Now, the links alone, again, I can't stress it enough, are worth their weight in gold. Now, when you come down to it, I also use this for email verifying. I clean my list all the time, because if you're using any kind of marketing, now you can come in here and see where I first started, right? And I clean my list, and I make sure every time.
Why do you why do you clean your list?
Okay, so anytime you're grabbing emails, and you're getting from like a landing page, or you're getting emails from anybody signing in, you're capturing emails, trying to send some people, like you're sending emails out and you're trying to get value. Now, if you're running a marketing campaign through any kind of email provider, what's happening is they're sending it through basically your basic whatever your provider would be. Say, for instance, and mine is ActiveCampaign for that matter. You can have it from a free provider for that matter. But what's going to do is if you don't have a clean list, basically what I mean by clean list is a lot of people put fake email addresses in there. When they put a fake email address in there, you can't detect that.
Yeah.
Like you can't detect that, but this software can detect that. So I can easily come in here and view where somebody put in a fake address. See, I had 27 people in here that were fake addresses. Now, if I were to send a campaign out, if I were to send that email out to 27 people and it automatically sent back, my spam rate would go up on my actual email. And then all of a sudden, all my emails start going to the spam box on everybody that I send it to. Because then, again, it affects my SNTP, basically the way it sends out emails.
So, now, that sounds basically like the more people that open, the higher the percentage of people that open your emails, the more likely that the next time you send an email, it won't go to spam.
It's like, look at this one. So out of 2,100 people I had in my email, like if I would have sent this out, then immediately my spam rate out of 2,100 people, my spam rate would have been up in at least 3 or 4%.
Yeah.
At least 3 or 4%, which is way outside of standard. Immediately they would have flagged my account. Correct. And they would have said, look, if this happens again, they're going to give you a chance in the beginning, but if it happens twice, they're going to immediately block you and send you to either spam, or they're going to stop you, and you're going to be paying for a service that you're not actually getting because you can't actually keep doing that, right? So this is where this service is so valuable, because you get to take, if you're running any kind of traffic to a dry landing page where you're collecting emails, or you're collecting emails from a website, or you're collecting emails from, let's just say Facebook campaigns, like lead campaigns, you definitely need to check, because if you don't check your emails, if you don't have a way to process to do this, then again, it really does hurt you. And I have a YouTube video showing how to do this process to show you like how I do it, so that it makes it so streamlined. And really, I can literally clean a list within like 2 minutes. And I show that on a YouTube video. So this is, again, one of those things that protects you. It makes you a better marketer. It makes you more, it just makes you more efficient. It really does. Live pick and click proof. I use live pick for email marketing again. You can see a couple things. This is something that you can customize. If you've ever got an email that says your name on it, this is where it's done. This is exactly where it's done. A lot of like elite marketers are doing this these days. If you've ever got an email and it said they were holding up a sign or something for that nature, and it basically said, it said your name on it, or it said some kind of phrase and it said your name, you wondered how they did that. This is exactly how they're doing that. Now, I have a couple examples here just for the simple matter is like right there. This one says hi there, right? This would say hi first name. Really easy way to integrate this into your actual email. I can show you one right here. This is one that I used, and I'd have to blow my screen up for you to see that better. But it says hi, hello first name, and that was a Black Friday special I did before. So but again, this is it's something that adds that extra little bit of clarity, extra little push when you're doing any kind of marketing. It gives you something you don't have.
I'm gonna stop you there for 1 sec. I'm gonna shut your screen for 1 sec. I'm gonna bring you back, and I just want to kind of share how in the beginning, when you're kind of starting on your digital marketing journey and you're using MarketerMagic, you would typically start with, many leads, how to find business. It's so cool to talk to someone like you who's kind of gone maybe just one step beyond that, So you kind of have maybe gotten a few clients or whatever, but you're already marketing. And even whilst you're marketing, you're using the tools. So it's not. It's kind of like the tools that you can access take you through the whole life cycle of where you are from where you're where you're starting looking for clients. I'll do something a bit funny. I'll share my screen. If I can, is that me? Can you see my screen?
Yep.
And I use, we all use different things. I use WorkHub. I run a, it's not big, but we've got maybe 55 or 60 different, staff in our software company, and I run it all with WorkHub. And so now that I'm as a marketer, you can outsource work to possibly people who will work remotely. We make use of virtual assistants in the Philippines, right? And you can see this guy here in my accounting and HR team. You can see what his recent activity is. You can it takes a screenshot every without him knowing, every couple of minutes of what he's doing. So we can kind of see. Hopefully, I'm going to see lots of accounting-looking schedules. Because I don't have that accountant sitting in my office, and it's showing me how often he is using his mouse and he is typing on his keyboard. So between that time, which is UK time, it's not his time, 6:50 and 7, he actually was away from his computer. In the real world, you're actually allowed to be not working all the time, right? But if he was showing me a 0% and a 0% and it ran on for hours, and then he's billing me time, that gives me the power to go, well, hold on, that's not very good, and he is with a average of about 44%, which is not great. the average in my company is around 60%, with the very, very best guys are around 70%, where that means they're just working all day long at their computer, right? So this is just kind of showing you another of the tools, which is WorkHub. So let me stop sharing that and go here and switch that on. So let me see if we can get some questions in, because I don't want to rattle on for too long, and hopefully we can try and answer some questions. Let's see if we can go through some comments. Let's see if there's anything really exciting and cool. Yugi has said, "Can I save this live video for later?" And Rory answered saying that we post all of these on our YouTube channel, and there's always a replay. So go and check it out. Yugi says, "I want to watch it home later." Drew is saying that having a Facebook pixel with your links are so crucial for retargeting. Drew is usually the host of this show, so I don't know where you are in the world, Drew, but you should be sitting right where I am right now, but that's fine. Tracy Williams is saying, "That's insane. WorkHub." Yeah. Well, what's insane about it? There's that, in today's day and age, we can avail ourselves with working from home. We can make use of people that earn a very good salary in their own country, but it's a different country to your own. That can be in the Philippines or India or China or something like that. They could even be wherever you are, but you can track what they're doing. We don't do it in a mean way. I've never kind of ended someone's employment because of the tracking or anything like that. But it's just it's great to have in place. People kind of work better knowing that they track, and it's also how we pay them. So in other words, if you get paid per hour, you kind of start your timer and then end it, and that's how we do that. So apparently that Drew is on his honeymoon, so we'll have to wait for next week for Drew to come back. Are there any questions, guys? I'm gonna share this link again, because I recommend that you make use of the technology that's out there, and Facebook bots. I don't want to let the cat out the bag. Obviously, I want to let the cat out the bag. That's why I'm saying it. But all day long, I work on all the features on MarketerMagic that haven't quite yet been launched, and there are a lot of them. And one of the features that's coming is a chatbot on MarketerMagic, but it's only for text messages, old-fashioned texting, not Facebook, but SMSing, and it's a bot for that, because there's a huge opportunity for that, and we're seeing a lot of uptake in our market research. So that's coming soon. Another one, Shane, I can see the wheels turning in your head. Another app that's coming from MarketerMagic soon is something called Push Boost, which is a push notification. So you'll get subscribers to your website, and then you'll be able to, kind of like how a Facebook message pops up, on the top right of your screen. You'll be able to send a notification or a message to all the people that subscribe to that, and you can get people to subscribe kind of via, a login, and you'll be able to communicate with your guys like that. I don't want to let too much out. We'll show it. It's coming. I work on it very hard. Yeah,
I look forward to that, because like SMS is one of those things that it complicates a lot of people. Like they try to figure out, you got to use third-party integrations. You got to go back and forth with this app, that app. If you have to pay for different things don't work when they're supposed to. And seriously, I'm looking forward to that. And ManyChat has tried to do that themselves at somewhat of an effort, but you don't have the luxuries that you have of using, I'm sure, of stuff that you're going to actually employ.
Exactly.
So,
text messages are almost becoming a little bit like receiving a letter in the mail. It's like a little bit, it's a bit different. You're like, wow, it's a text message. I haven't received a text message in ages.
Right.
And so, it's all Facebook and stuff. So we think it's going to do quite well.
I know it will. I helped somebody do a product launch, and we did SMS and we did chatbots, and not everybody has Facebook Messenger, so we used both. And then when we did, it was so successful that honestly, that completes the whole circle of messenger marketing. The goal is not just have one app. It's not one place. It's to have multiple atmospheres working together.
Correct.
So I'm looking forward to that one, because again, everything that I've used here so far has been gold. So, I mean, the more you can push it, the more you grow with it, the better you get, the more you're going to do. And it just keeps building and building and building on itself, because it may not be good for every single thing you're doing right now, but as you're growing, you don't know what door is going to open where you need it tomorrow. I literally sometimes need software that I don't use today that I need tomorrow. Like the SMS feature, I know 100 different applications I can run that right now.
Yep. And another one that we're doing is a transcribing tool. So you'll be able to we'll be able to, out these lives that we're doing now. It's all tools that Kevin needs. And as a result, he kind of comes to us and says, well, I want to be able to transcribe my videos. And there are a lot of tools out there, but they get, especially with a crazy accent like mine, they get 4 words out of 5 wrong, but our tool will transcribe it and then will allow you to edit it, and you'll be able to play the video and see the words and very, very quickly just check that it's been transcribed properly. So let's see. Tracy saying retargeting pixel is a must. Yes, thank you. And Chris is saying that he's happy to be here. Come, Chris, get started. Do something, and then we can put you in the seat, and you can tell everyone else how you got started. Roderick saying, hey, everybody, hope you're having a good day. Looking forward to learning something new. You're going to try MarketerMagic out. It comes on a free trial, and the easiest part of MarketerMagic is finding new clients for your marketing business. We brought Shane here today to kind of show us chapter 2 kind of your marketing business as you're going into your deep links, and then I even showed a little bit earlier of maybe chapter 3, where you're starting to have staff around the world, virtual assistants with your marketing, and you can kind of keep track on them.
I'll be honest with you. I use the tools to find clients, and I had to back off of it because I didn't have the time anymore to actually have all the clients that I was getting. And people I know people have been struggling with it, but it's part of email marketing. So I've actually given that to my students. I've actually extra clientele that I gave to my students and helped them out, because it was just it was kind of overwhelming that how well the tool worked. Because like I say, that is part of chapter 1 for a lot of people, getting in there, getting the experience, getting the clientele, and then growing from that. It's piece by piece. I'm a person that started bootstrapping, and I know what it's like. So yeah. And that's why I made that free course too. That will definitely help people learn chatbots, because it's completely free, and it's structured from beginning to success. So that's good.
I'm gonna do one last thing, and I think we're probably going to be wrapping up. And I'm just going to move that over and switch that across. And this is a MarketerMagic homepage, and what I want to invite everybody that's watching, that if you're like Shane and you're using MarketerMagic in your own business, then really what you want to do is click on the Get $300 button, because that's our affiliate program. Because then it's very simple. It takes one click, and then you get given a kind of a link that you get to share, which is MarketerMagic/Shane or whatever. And then if anyone ever clicks on that link, you'll get, up to 41% of all the money that we get, we pay over to you kind of forever, completely annuity, retire, passive income. So I want to invite you to that, but kind of before you get there, I would kind of urge you to have a play around so that you can kind of share your journey with people by clicking on the on that. Okay, so I think Shane, I'm gonna post your bot course here just one more time.
Yeah.
And I want to thank everybody for watching. I look forward to seeing all your names come through. As CEO, I only see the names where people are like, "Oh, this is terrible," and "Why is this not working?" But I look forward to seeing those names also, and we'll be seeing you next week, Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you.
And just to close, for anybody that's like starting out from scratch, know that what it takes is effort. And as long as you put forth effort and you try and you have the persistence, you keep going, that you will get where you want to be. It's somewhat of a matter of patience, and then you're going to be asking yourself, when you start succeeding, how do I actually control it all? So you will get there, trust me. And then you're going to wonder, how do I actually contain this beast? Because you're going to get so busy that it's so hard. And there are people out there to help you. Kevin has free stuff. I obviously have free stuff. There's a free link right there for you to learn chatbots. There's a ton of free stuff. MarketerMagic is absolute gold when it comes to software. The tools that they're working on, I'm a sole believer in this platform. So if you want to, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you. Again, always here to help people. I've been in those shoes before, and I'm sure that a lot of people are there just like me that are out there. So don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to to really take this step forward each and every day. And
before we end, I've got my mate Rory going, "Lewis, wait." So he was imploring me to share with you guys that whilst we run the MarketerMagic, well, it's not only for MarketerMagic. As you see, we're bringing in experts like Shane. It's for creating your digital agency and how to expand your marketing business. Whilst we do that every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Wednesday we do a live with FBA, Amazon FBA, which is a big animal, and it requires a lot of support and a lot of it kind of requires a village to help you through, because Amazon can be a bit intimidating, but the fruits and the fruits of the success of Amazon is really something to go for. And then on a Thursday at 5:30 Eastern, we do drop shipping with Shopify, kind of the way you would start your e-commerce business, how to find viral products. Rory is doing a build along series where you'll actually build your Shopify store with him, and he will find a viral product, put it on Facebook, create the ad, and sell it on Shopify. And look out for our YouTube channel. All these videos are available on the YouTube channel, and we'll see you all. We'll see you all next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.